True Grit and Red Dirt Country out and about in Oklahoma City with my buddy, Mr. Tom McElvain, and we're here at the Margarita Island. And I'll tell you, I love the little atmosphere that we got going on with the tiki bar and everything. And we're brought to you by week in and week out here on 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel by Earl's Rib Palace. And let me tell you, you want Oklahoma barbecue at its finest, you check out Earl's Rib Palace. 6 locations throughout Oklahoma City metro area, including Yukon and Edmond. Check out earlsribpalace.com for more information on catering, locations, menu, you name it. Earl's Rib Palace is the place to go to get the information you need for Earl's Rib Palace. They've been doing their thing for 25 years, and they plan on doing it for 25 more, and they want you to stop by any location today. Make Earl's Rib Palace a part of your story. Viridian Coffee Company, 3 locations currently to serve you throughout Southwest Oklahoma, and Viridian Coffee Company is the best cup of coffee that you can ever drink. There, I said it. Check out Viridian Coffee, 3 locations, Chickasha, Lawton, and Duncan. Locally brewed coffee day in and day out, ViridianCoffee.com. And this interview is exclusively brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott, 2812 South 4th Street, Chickasha, Oklahoma. Thank you very much, Amy, and your talented staff for what you do. And yeah, give us a hand. Thank you very much. Give us a hand. See, we're having a good time. See, Tom, they like you. So thank you, Amy, for Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott. And Tom McElvain, thank you very much, sir.
Raven, thanks for having me. That was impressive. You just pulled that off like you've done that before.
Yes, sir, I have. A time or two.
Man, I was extremely impressed.
Well, thank you very much, sir. And thank you for the opportunity to talk to you, man. And
man, you took the time out of your day to come see us, and we appreciate it.
Well, man, you're going to have put on a hell of a show tonight here in Margarita Island. And I'm telling you, I'm digging your hat. Your hat reminds me of Little Joe from Bonanza.
Yeah, we call her Gray. We named her after one of the songs we wrote with Cody.
Okay.
And this hat was given to me by my father-in-law. And I was going through a hat phase where I couldn't find a hat that would fit right or feel right. I like my hat to fit my personality, and I was finding myself more of a free-roaming person and not so much as a straight hardcore denim running around, bust your knuckles, cowboy, redneck. I've done all that, did that for 30 years before I got in the music business, and now I'm just kind of laid back and drifting around, living out of a van, and you got to change the way you dress if you live out of a van. You can't, and 13 MWs get mighty heavy when you start sweating in them.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
No, man. But anyway, he had this hat, and it was made around 1970, and it was given to him by his company that he worked at, and it was still in the box and the wrapper, and it was brand new when he gave it to me almost 20 years later. And it was 10 gallons, so it was up real high.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, I can't wear that. But I love that hat, and I love the gesture, and I've always wanted something personal. And I go, can I do anything I want to it? And he goes, yeah. If you'll wear it, you can have it. And I just punched right through the middle of it. And there you have Gray.
Yeah, well, Gray looks fantastic, and let me tell you, I like the style. It's like when I have hardly a neck here. I have a short neck, but I have a rather large size head, and a 10-gallon don't work for me neither, buddy. I mean, so I need something like Gray or like, no disrespect to Ronnie and the boys, but I'm not going to get one that looks like Ronnie Van Zant's hat, but I will get one of my own caliber.
Well, that's it. Your hat has to have your personality.
That's right, absolutely.
You can't just go get a hat made and it fits you. No. We've had 2 other hats custom made to fit this one because obviously it's getting kind of rank.
Yeah.
And none of them fit like this one. So we went down and we did a different route. We haven't seen the results yet or anything, but we'll be looking at probably a black one that's going to be the brother to Gray.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Again, because when you live on the road, you can't keep shit clean.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's fine. Hey, we're just talking here. We're grown folks. We're just talking. And, I mean, this is part of life, True Grit and Red Dirt Country is about the life, and I did this show. And thank you very much, Chad Fox, for allowing the True Grit and Red Dirt Country train to chug-a-lug along on your radio station week in and week out. I tip my hat to your partner. And I'll tell you, the reason why I did this is because I like country music. And I've loved country music so long that, I love that it tells a story, and country music, all it is about a cast of characters. We're all a cast of characters in this dance we call life, good, bad, and ugly, and that's why country music is so good, because we can actually put a pen and paper to it and write a song. And you're good at that, sir. You're amazing at that.
I don't consider myself a musician. I'm more of a storyteller and a songwriter. Mm-hmm. And I've been fortunate enough to have enough talent to push my own songs. Mm-hmm. But I'm always looking for somebody younger and bigger and making more money to play my songs, because I like sitting home and getting that money just as much as I like running around.
Yeah, that royalty check is very nice coming in the mail.
It makes my wife happy, I guess.
Yeah.
But, man, we don't consider ourselves any kind of a rock star band running around or needed to be treated any different when we go into places and all that. We do the music so it'll finance us being able to get up every morning in a different state or a different town, in a different place, and have the ability to roll down the highway and see the world for what it is. So we're more travelers than we are musicians and storytellers.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, I spent the first 30 years doing the 9 to 5 in the grind, trying to find out what made me happy. And when I found out it was the highway, I thought it was the truck driving. I did the truck driving. Turns out I just don't work well with others. So I started playing music. And that's when I ran into Cody about 20 years ago. And we played together in the trenches. And about the time he took off, I was about to give up. And I started getting money from him and seeing everything blow up and go good. And, man, it gave me the opportunity to keep doing this, but the way I want to.
Yes.
And not have to chase down and do it the other person's way or the way they want it to be done with their, how they say, if you want $1 million song, it takes $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to enjoy life and write the truth. That's all we're doing.
Well, I tell you, Cody's a big fan of mine, too. I'm a fan first in this business before I am the interviewer or the show host. So I love that people like us, because we're all in that same vein.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that we have a lot in common just on that alone, that we do it sound to the tune of our own drum.
If they don't show up, I can't tell them the story. And they don't know I'm going to show up if you don't tell them I'm going to come through and play them my story every once in a while.
That's right.
It's a team effort with all of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody can show up 2 out of 3 and it'd be a show, but when all 3 show up, it's a show everybody talks about forever.
Yes, sir.
Even the artist. I walk away from shows going, man, that was fun.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What the hell just happened?
I know. It's like, it was a spiritual experience for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, a little bit of background. To those who don't know Mr. Tom McElvain, just give us a little background, on your journey, and where you are today. And right now, you look like you're in a very good space,
Well, we're back on the road.
Yes. And thank you. Thank you for keeping music alive.
Yeah. This was our first run back in over a year. Mm-hmm. And I realized that after all that time off, I got to recondition myself for the road again. It's not as easy as it was. Things are different. We're trying to change things around, our habits, and live healthy out there and not try to blow ourselves up, because now we're doing it at a different level.
Yes, sir.
Like you said earlier, this COVID was a terrible thing, but it also showed us a different side of ourselves in each and every one of us, and what we were capable of and didn't know we could do, or what made us happy and we didn't know made us happy.
Yes, sir.
On the road, we meet more people that are living in RVs, caravanning up and down the highway now, schooling their own kids, and going, I wish we knew we could have done this the whole time, because you see them out there spending time with their kids on the lakes, paddling boats, and doing homework on the picnic tables while we shuffle through and try not to scare anybody with our ugly, smelly selves. And man, it's just a beautiful thing out there.
Yeah, family. And, and like I said, like I told you earlier, yes, COVID, I've known some people, unfortunately, that did pass of COVID and all that craziness. But at the same time, thank you to the independent musicians, songwriters, storytellers. Because without you all, and without people like me, the independent podcasters, radio hosts, we kind of, kept the torch going, because the thing that I saw, just an observation, people were trimming the fat left and right, because the overhead was just so much. And when you ain't got the dollars coming in, people are getting laid off, and I hate that, but the cool thing, taking the lemons and making lemon pie with it, so to speak, is that us independents, pretty much, it's all now a level playing field. I mean,
it's come down to how hard you want to work. It's not talent is maybe 10% of it.
Yes, sir.
Work ethic is the rest
Everything.
of it. It's everything. Sacrifice, all that other stuff. I've been on both sides of it. You know, I've pissed it away and I've worked my ass off for it. So I know how it goes on both sides. On most cases, which makes me the songwriter I am. I can tell the story from either perspective because I've been on both sides of it. If there's a villain, I've been that villain. If there's a good guy, I've tried to be that good guy. You know, I have been that. You know, I've been on all of it. I've been heartbroken. I've been, depressed at the end of my rope, thinking about ending it. You know, I've gotten filled with the Holy Spirit. You know,
Amen.
I've been there. I've done it all, and it was all me struggling, trying to find me. And when I finally found me, I realized I didn't need nothing, not a thing.
Not a thing.
But my guitar, my hat, and my boots, and I just go down the highway making songs and living life.
Yeah, the good Lord keeps us going. I'm telling you, sir.
The more people that sing my songs, the prettier their bus will be.
Yes, absolutely. And the Whiskey Tapes, man. The current album you got out, and the song Tonight is like the spearhead of that, and it's also spearheading. You know, you got a book coming out soon. I mean, a lot of good things. So, talk a little bit about that a little bit.
I got signed with Soul Records right before the COVID hit.
Okay.
I was doing a run with Dallas Moore, and we were fixing to go to Arizona. And he was, man, they're shutting the states down. I might need to shut this thing down and get up north because I wasn't taking it seriously at the time. I didn't know what was going on. So I said, well, let's do that. We'll shut it down. When I got home, I realized this was the real deal, and they were locking everything down. Well, I have a lot of friends and family in this business, and I know that they've spent more time and they make it's more of their life than it was mine. Like I said, I was a working man before I got into this business. I knew how to work. So I told my wife I didn't want to be a part of trying to scramble for money when I knew I could work for it and they can get money how they need to, and I wouldn't be taken out of their pockets. So I went and found a job and did what I had to do and kept my bills paid, and got back into the work scene after 10 years of being touring as a musician, and told myself I was going to go back. I think it was like 6 months. Then it turned into a year. Then it turned into 13 months. And it was like we were almost looking at me buying a work truck. And I was like, I'm not going to buy a work truck. That means I quit playing music.
Yeah.
I'll keep working out of this Jeep. And we finally got to the point where we could get back on the road. You know, just get out there and start kicking the can, letting everybody know we're back. Yeah. And whenever I got signed with Soul, we were supposed to make a brand new album. Well, there was no point in spending so much money in an album that you can't promote. It didn't make sense to me. So they got a hold of my publishing catalog, and they found some old songs that were never received or released through a label or anything, and they fell in love with them. So we'll package this together, and we'll call it the Lost Whiskey Tapes. But we're just going to do a digital release. I said, that's cool. That way we can introduce you through Soul Records, and we'll bring you into the game and everything. Well, apparently they fell in love with the song Tonight and decided they wanted to go ahead and print records. And I'm like, wait a minute, those were some of the worst songs I ever recorded. I mean, like, I didn't know how to produce. They're great songwriting, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know what I was doing. But it was just me in my young recordings, nothing major. And I had no idea that the fans were going to go and pre-order it like they did, and they bought it all up. So I was more than happy to print copies for them and get it all out. And now it's turned into everybody's catching it because they love the rawness of it.
Yes, sir.
It's not overproduced. It's not all polished up and got a point to it. It's just a record of some ramblings of a kid before he got into the music scene and got his ass handed to him and made a lot of money and got his ass handed to him again, and then got back on his feet and started doing it again at 50 because I ain't quitting.
That's right. Don't ever quit, sir. Don't ever quit.
I can't quit what I love doing.
That's right. That's right.
I just eat cheaper.
Well, Tom, you know what? I thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I know you got a show tonight.
Oh, thank you.
And after the break here, we're going to play tonight. It's going to be the official debut right here on True Grit Red Dirt Country. And thank you again, and I look forward to talking to you some more.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, sir. Well, this has been True Grit and Red Dirt Country, exclusive interview brought to you by Fairfield in the Suites by Marriott, 2812 South 4th Street, Chickasha, Oklahoma. Book your staycation today at Marriott.com. When we come back from the break, we're going to hear Tom McElvain's current single from the Whiskey Tapes tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Wade Hayes in concert. Outdoors at Legends Event Park. Friday night, June 4th, Chickasha eats up with the one and only Wade Hayes. Plus, in the same night, Ricochet. You get it all for one ticket. Available at Ticket Store. Friday, June 4th. Brought to you by Legends Pub House and Venue.
Hey, this is Ray Vacade, and let me tell you a little bit about Earl's Rib Palace. Great barbecue is more than just good sauce. It's about the process and the people, and let me tell you, they have been doing it right for 25 years, and they want to say thank you for all of your support throughout the years and the years to come. With 6 locations throughout the Oklahoma City metro area, what is not to love? Stop by one of these locations today and try Oklahoma barbecue at its finest. Like us on Facebook and at earlsribpalace.com.